Hello, welcome to another Meandering Monday. We are out at Lane Between the Lakes, uh, Neville Bay access area. That was one of my favorite places when I was a kid to go camping and fishing. We are going to wander down Crutcher Hollow Road. It's now closed to through traffic, but I think you can go out, drive out as far as one of the cemeteries, and we're just going to walk that. About a mile, I guess it is, one way, 0.8, something like that. And it's been a while since I've been out here. Last summer, I guess it was. I know there's some old home sites and such along the way. It's getting pretty thick and green now. Might be hard to find some of them, but anyhow, we're going to take you along on our little walk and just see what there is to see. Yeah, so not too far in. There's an old home site here. A lot of these I can find easily on a USGS topo map for the 1960s, because this park wasn't created until the mid 60s and 70s. And watch my step. But there's I've got a couple of these marked on the GPS already. It's an old, I'm assuming a home site, but some fencing, some concrete blocks. What'd you find, Rafie? Probably some old roofing material. Looks like some roofing material over here too. Maybe. Oh yeah. Some old bricks. I bet you this one here is an old little outbuilding or something that's collapsed in on itself. The roof looks pretty intact. Quite a few bricks. A few more bricks. Looks like I'm walking through a little creek and drainage area here. Some more of the roofing or siding. Okay. Bent over metal bar. Yeah. Neat. Old tires. Some old baby food jars, and I've seen another one over here somewhere else. Oh, I lost it now. Oh well, anyhow, there's been a bunch of them. Now, I wish I knew what the little greenery plant was, because there's a bunch of it, but obviously this must have been their front yard area. And some more bricks. Yeah, let's get back down on the road and wander down some more. You're not going to see it, but some more fencing. Probably from that house we just left, because we're not that far beyond. Quite a few little wildflowers today. It's a nice day for just to walk down an old dirt road. Low 50s. Kind of cool. A little breeze. There's a nice soaking rain last night. So early in spring, so a lot of chirpy birds. Nice day. Sorry for just showing you some couple big old rocks on the side of a hill. I really don't think they amount to anything other than just what they are, rocks on a hill. But just find that pretty interesting for here, because even on my property there's no really big outcropping of rocks. So just I am sure left over from a road construction day. But it's pretty cool. Well, missed all that, but just kicked up a couple turkeys. Yeah, you can't see it very well, I don't think, but all the thick stuff in there. Looks like at one time it was nice clear fields. I've got some homes and some other stuff marked in what would be the wood line across from that field, but I don't feel like crossing the field and the creek today. So we'll just take on down the road. Yeah, I found an easy way out to that little field I was not quite mentioning earlier. That would have been all those thick trees, little baby trees and stuff in there. And this is a beautiful field. You know, it was cleared out and farmed. Yeah, this is really pretty. Now I can't help but want to cross it. We crossed it. It's pretty swampy actually. A lot of rain last night, and there appears to be a little spring feeding things. I'm not sure if we're going to go very far or not. It looks pretty thick. You know, you always want to see what's around the bend, though. Yeah, I'm going to save this for another time, I think. It's getting pretty thick. It's pretty swampy. Follow a little game trail in to here. Just swallowed a bug. So we're going to go back across the field, get back on the road. Little seasonal creek. And this old cutout road heading back towards the little creek we've just seen. Yeah, there's some more of that green stuff that I don't know the name of, right on the banks of the dry creek. And that's about where this little road peters out at, down here in this little bottomland. Yeah, I found this well-worn path down here that's kind of following the dry creek, heading into the hollow. You know, it's so well-worn, I felt like I just had to go down it. Haven't found anything yet, but of course it could be a game trail too. Who knows? But it's worth exploring. Oh, I bet you that big fella's seen a lot of history. I think we're gonna probably turn around right here. We are now made it right up to the dry creek. You know, really pretty little hollow though. And looks like the path that goes up there to that fallen down tree. I'm gonna have to come out here alone one day and explore all these little intertwined paths. It's a steep old hill. Yeah, we're back on the road again. Get up to the old cemetery. We're gonna stop there. Probably gonna be our turnaround point. Yeah. An old Y of a road. I'm not gonna take. We're going around a big water puddle, but to the left. Let's save that for another time. Have a little creek crossing into another set of fields. It's pretty down here. Pretty creek. Somebody's little fire ring and camp spot. So we just forded the little creek and are heading towards that corner there. It's where the cemetery should be, ish. And I don't know if we're going to cut right down the middle of the field or skirt it or what, but yeah, that's where we're headed. My wife just noticed it, but underneath the cedar trees is a big green sign, you know, like a street sign. I bet you that is the cemetery site. And I was off by 100 yards. I was going to say, just before she pointed that out to me, that a little creek campsite would be kind of a nice place to stay a night maybe. We can watch the field and watch the animals come out. That'd be kind of fun. Yep. There it is, Sills Cemetery. Watch out for that hole. See maybe the original stone, and there's a concrete marker with a metal band, PVC markers too. There's a lot of PVC markers out here between the lakes. I think that's cemetery restoration. engraved. That since it's broken away. And here's another one with a band on it. I want to show you a couple of these. Look at this one here. I think it is probably the oldest one. That's close. Mr. Isham Sills, 1750 to April 23rd, 1832. And the original stone, just a moss-covered stone now. And the second oldest, looks like right here, Hardy B. Sills Sr., 1782 to 1845. And just a little sliver of the original stone left. Well, these others are kind of sad. They'll just get lost to history. Here's one that had a concrete marker. Probably a metal band like the rest, I'm guessing, but the metal band is since lost. So that one will be an unknown. I would guess maybe, I don't know. And there's one way over here by itself. Another unknown. Just a rock. It's kind of sad. But it's a peaceful enough resting place for him. And a couple, let's see, right underneath the sign up there. And I didn't see that corner, but this other one's right over here. So is the survey marker for the cemetery itself. I was just telling my wife it's likely, because I mean I don't know the history, but is my guess that the oldest one, the oldest grave would be Isham Sills. Probably, he would have been old enough to fight in the Revolution. I bet you he got some of this property out here on a land grant for Revolutionary soldiers, and that it stayed in the family till the 60s when the government took it in eminent domain to form land between the lakes. Like I said, I don't know the history, but that's my guess. Now, back to crossing yet another field to get back onto the road. And if I remember correctly, and it's been a few years now, that right up here past the dead tree on the right is where we should turn back to get onto the road, and we should pop up like right on an old home site. Not the best place to cross. Some good cane poles. Not a good spot to cross here either. And looks like some sheet metal wrapped around a tree. Ooh, maybe this little spot right here. But then got to get into that. I don't know if I want to do that either. Looks like an old fuel bucket. Yeah, so there it is. What's left of it. Looks like it was a good sized house at one time though. I think we're going to get wet before we get back to the truck. Ah, well, sorry I showed that. It's like a geocache. She couldn't resist. She's checking out the geocache. Nice little wall. And it looks like where his front porch was, that's still in pretty good shape, really. And the home site itself, that nice little creek that we were looking at a few minutes ago behind it, and then the farm field behind that. Yeah, this is a real pretty location. Look what she found inside one of the geocaches. Yeah, flip the other one over. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's one little step onto the porch and then into the house. This was a real pretty place at one time. We were just talking, I think the geocache is new. We've been out to this house 2 or 3 times now. And that's the first time I remember seeing it. Those kind of things come and go, so. We are probably going to turn back around here at this spot. Head on back to the truck. I'm not sure if rain's going to push in or if it's just passing over, but either way, we're going to get closer to the truck just in case. And this is probably, sorry for all the bouncing, why the road is closed to through traffic now. Looks like it washed out at one point. In fact, the last time I drove out here, which was last summer, this was worse than it is now. But still, it's pretty washed out. All right, yeah. So we walked right on by it the last time. It's easily camouflaged. I think it was a barn site, but I'm not sure. I have to look at my 1960 map again. There's whatever's left of it, which is just a little block wall. Maybe it could have been a garage. And it's right on, remember that closed until turkey season sign. There that is. And it's just well hidden in all this greenery. I'll have to look that up. On the map, I think there was like a home site probably in here and 2 outbuildings, that being one of them. Yeah, this is coming to an end. I want to thank you for watching another Meander Monday. It was a fun day. Found 2 old home sites. I'm going to see if I can't find out whose old home sites they were. The Sills cemetery was really neat. And some of the wallflowers and stuff, that's pretty. It was a good day. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.